So good. Chopstick. So good. Chopsticks. Chopsticks. Chopsticks.
Hugo, there are not enough words in any language for me to say how thankful I am for you and for the experience you gave me by taking a chance on me and allowing me to come to Uganda with you. You have given me some of the best experiences of my life and some of the best friends of my life, and I would truly be a different person if it hadn't been for that experience. So I want to thank you for your kindness and your generosity and showing us what it means to be a leader in this world as a social worker, as a person. You're humble and kind, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much. We're gonna miss you, but this is not goodbye. It's a see you later.
So good.
To the wonderful and amazing and incredible Hugo, I don't have enough time in the day to truly express my appreciation for you. So I will try and keep it short, but what I will say is that my grad school experience would not have been half as good if I hadn't, one, gone to Uganda, and two, met you and developed the relationship that I have with you. So thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for all of the learning opportunities. But most of all, thank you for encouraging us and challenging us in Uganda. Because that trip's going to stay with me for the rest of my life, and I don't think it would have been, it wouldn't have had the impact that it would have if you weren't there. So thank you so much, Hugo. I'm going to miss you. I can't wait to see you on Friday and celebrate with you on Friday. Thank you.
So good.
Hey Hugo, I just really would like to say thank you for everything that you've done for us and will continue to do. You are truly an amazing teacher and an inspiring leader. I have learned so much about myself, since last summer being in your class and going to Uganda. It was such a humbling and overwhelming experience that even to this day, I'm still amazed by how much I've learned about myself. And I honestly attribute to, you being there and being by our side. I really hope that I can continue moving forward and doing some more international work. So that's kind of always what I've wanted to do, and going to Uganda and especially going to the baby's home. I think international adoption is definitely where I definitely want to be. So thank you.
So good.
Hi Hugo, just wanted to send out a big thank you because you have been in my MSW program from the very beginning as my practice professor and as my narrative professor and also as an amazing leader of this group of people that went to Uganda to really grow and understand, and I appreciate all the kind gestures that you have imparted on us all and all the beautiful things that you have taught me about social work and about how understanding individuals and their relationships with one another and their relationships with with themselves has really impacted how I practice social work now. And so I wanted to send out a big thank you and wish you all the best. Thanks.
So good.
Wow, Hugo, I don't even know what to say. Filming yourself is pretty awkward, but you're worth it. Thank you for everything, for the trip, for your brilliance in the classroom, outside the classroom. I don't know if I've ever met someone who is as happy and cheery and willing to teach and kind of go that extra mile for their students. And it's really a gift, and we're all very, very lucky to have experienced that. And not just us, but people back in Uganda too. What you're doing for us here, you're doing for them tenfold, and it's just pretty amazing. So thank you for everything, and I will never forget this trip. I will never forget you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much for everything you've done.
It's okay.
Hugo, we just wanted to put something together to show our appreciation for all the work that you've done to put together the trip to Uganda, year after year. It's a unique experience that you're not going to get if you just go and visit. It's an experience you're not going to get if you're over there as part of a program doing work. You shared your home with us, you shared your family with us, you made all of those connections so that we could be exposed to things that we wouldn't be exposed to otherwise. The trip itself was beautiful, it was complicated, it was difficult, and it was personal. It's definitely something that's going to be informing who I am in the world. It's going to be informing the work that I do in ways that I haven't been able to fully realize yet. I wouldn't take it back, and I'm grateful for the experience. So thank you.
It's okay.
Hey Hugo, I'm Kaylee here to say thank you for all that you do for me and for my friends and for your clients and all the people whose lives that you've touched. But mostly I'm here to say thank you for all you've done for me, and that witnessing you touch all those people's lives has really influenced me as a social worker and as a person. It's really touched me, both professionally and personally. So seeing all the ways in which you've made connections with people, individuals, groups, communities, organizations, each of us has taught me a lot about making my own connections, and so I thank you for that. And I just feel really lucky to have traveled with you, to have had you as a professor. I've learned a lot from you, and I've had a lot of fun with you along the way. So I look forward to more of that, to learning more from you, to spending more time with you. And I really can't thank you enough for all of that. So, all my love to you, Hugo.
It's okay.
Hi Hugo, I wanted to take a little bit to say thank you for everything that you've done for me. I'm not great at speaking off the cuff, so I wrote down my thoughts. So here it goes. Dear Hugo, you have touched my life in the way you've done so with many others. Your generosity seems to reach no bounds, especially with your time. And time is a precious thing when you're as busy as you are. You take time to notice people, to listen, and see potential where they may not have thought any existed. Though you have helped me in so many ways, I feel this is the greatest gift you have given me. Thank you for believing me and always building me up. But I feel I am not unique because you are always building others up. I feel honored to have traveled to Uganda with you, where I was able to see you impact the lives of others and build people up. Where you opened your home and your family to us. And then when we returned, there you were, always willing to give us your time. Whether it was a short conversation, a letter of recommendation, advice, guidance, or just catching up over a glass of wine. You are always so generous, and I feel so grateful to have had the opportunity to learn from you, Hugo. Thank you for everything.
Wasafi. It's okay. Chopstick.
Hi Hugo, I just wanted to join everyone else in thanking you so much for being such a huge part of my social work journey. I can't imagine what grad school would have been like without you. You bring such compassion and warmth and dedication to your students. You bring so much of yourself. You put in so much time and energy just to make this trip happen. And also in the classroom, you bring in such rich stories that really transform my understanding of what is out there and renew my dedication to this work. I can't imagine what this experience would have been like without having you as a professor, but all I can say for sure is that it would have been much less rich. I'm grateful to you for creating those connections between me and the other students in my group and across the different years. I think that I've been able to make some really beautiful friendships as a result of that. I really want to thank you for your mentorship and your counseling and just taking the time to do everything from, give me all those spare Mandazi that you keep somehow having to, just making time for like a hug in the hallway or something like that. It's really meant a lot. So, thank you.
It's okay.
Hugo, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for continuing to be a role model for me, not just professionally, but also personally. Who you are as a man is truly awe-inspiring. The impacts you have in your home community reminds me of what impact I want to have back in South Carolina with my home community as I become more of an established clinician and social worker. Truly advocating for change with people that you love so much and being a social justice warrior for those folks is truly inspiring and something that I really hope to become one day. Thank you so much for your gentleness, both in professing and also taking us to Uganda and welcoming us like we were a member of your family. I truly can't say thank you enough. Thanks for being an incredible professor in our narrative course. Thanks for being an incredible professor in our study abroad course. And thank you for showing me the possibilities of what it can be like to be a vulnerable man. You're truly a role model for me when it comes to other men in our profession, especially with how we treat our female colleagues and female loved ones. You are truly an inspiration. So thank you so much, Hugo.
It's okay.
Hi, Hugo. I just wanted to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You contributed to my education at Simmons in such a profound way because unlike any other professor, I actually got to watch you put into practice all of the different things that you've taught us. Narrative therapy and cultural humility and deep compassion and kindness and working on the micro, meso, and macro level. It has been truly, truly incredible to witness you be the Fulbright Scholar social worker that you are, and I know that my time at Simmons just would not have been the same without you and without our trip to Uganda, which has forever changed my life for the better. I thank you so much. I'll continue to consult you in the future throughout my career because I want to emulate you in the work that I do. Thank you again. Love you. Bye.
Wasafi. It's okay. Chopstick.
Hi, Hugh Drops. Yes, you're right. I'm not graduating this year, but I couldn't let everybody else have their opportunity to say thank you in this beautiful way and not have that opportunity myself. So here I am. Hugo, I don't even know where to begin to thank you for everything that you have shared with me over the past year. You've taught me so much, not only through the curriculum and both of the classes that I've been lucky enough to take with you, but also through the example you set as a person and as a social worker. Your patience, your passion and compassion, your diplomacy, your empathy, and your ability to be vulnerable with a group of students that you bring with you into your home and into your family and into your country. These are the things more than anything that make me so thankful to have you in my life. So I'm looking forward to getting to have you very close to me at school for another year. I feel very lucky that I will get to have you after all of our friends are gone. But I love you so much, and I'm just so thankful.
Thank you, Hugo. Thank you.
Thank you, Hugo.
Thank you, Hugo.
Thank you, Hugo.
The bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for everything you have done.
Thank you, Hugo.
Thanks, Hugo.
Thanks, Hugo.
Thank you, Hugo.
Don't lie about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on